what is the figure you have with regard to, you know, the number of victims of sexual violence, including rape? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Noé Oshobodin for the French radio. Two questions. One, maybe an update about the process of withdrawal from Eritrean troops. Is it started? Is it underway? Second question about the proof, the information about humanitarian workers helping, like smuggling weapons. Will the government share the information with media? Thank you.
Thank you. My question relates to Dr. Gediyon. You've told us about the investigation regarding alleged crimes committed by federal troops and also by TPLF-affiliated forces. Many victims have alleged that Eritrean forces, as well as Amhara militias, have also committed killings and rapes. Have you started, or are you undertaking investigation regarding to crimes allegedly committed by Eritrean forces and also militias from neighboring Amhara region?
Thank you. My goes to Dr. Gediyon. You've mentioned 28 military personnel are under investigation for human rights breach. And does this include the Eritrean forces? And my second question goes to Bilani. You stated about a number of NGOs are engaged in smuggling weapons to the insurgents. Do we know who are financing them at this point? Thank you.
አመሰግናለሁ Fortune ጋዜጣ my first question is you have said that there are credible evidence indicating civilians have been killed in Aksum between November 27 and 28. Were Eritrean involved? Like, is there any evidence indicating that Eritrean have been involved? And my second question is there any assessment or investigation that's underway to find out casualties and economic loss caused by the war? Thank you.
Okay, so I will respond briefly to the questions that were directed to me, starting with the first one with regards to continued calls for unhindered access for humanitarian assistance. I think I covered it fully in the first part, which is to explain that unhindered humanitarian access has been granted already some months back. There are also number of humanitarian actors that have entered and that are working alongside the government in terms of providing humanitarian assistance. Where there are challenges and security concerns, as stated earlier, for access to those areas, this is contained because of security challenges. But the military has made itself available, or the National Defense Forces have made themselves available to escort. So some requests that are coming are not to have any military escorts as well, but there are security concerns that the National Defense Forces, as the critical entity that is stabilizing the area or undertaking the rule of law operations, have identified. So within their mandate, they need to also be able to caution where unhindered access needs to be backed by support from the National Defense Forces. So this continuous call for unhindered humanitarian access doesn't really paint a picture of a wide section or wide areas within the Tigray region that are already opened up and are available for humanitarian actors to go and perform their obligations and responsibilities. But as I had mentioned earlier and related to the other questions that have been raised, there are instances where checkpoints have been put. So if it's to bypass those checkpoints, which is an indication of operating within a no man's land, and Ethiopia operates within laws, within frameworks, and within